If you have lost a friend or relative, this can be a very difficult and distressing time. This is not made any easier when you are then told that you need a grant of probate. Very simply, probate is the term used to describe the administration of the deceased's estate, whether or not they have made a will. In practical terms, it means dealing with the deceased's assets and ensuring that the deceased's estate passes to those people that it should. So what is the process then? You will need to apply for a grant of probate to deal with the deceased estate in some cases. The will appoint an executor, and the executor will have to apply for the grant of probate to sell any property, to encash or sell any assets. This is their legal authority to deal with the deceased estate. If you're named in the will as an executor, practically speaking, that's your authority to deal with the deceased estate. However, you may need a grant of probate to affirm this. So is the process easy? It can be, but there are things that need to be considered, such as inheritance tax, which can make matters more complex. So what is inheritance tax? It is a tax payable on a deceased estate to the government, just like any other tax, like income tax. It will have exemptions and thresholds. It can be a very complex area, and this is where your lawyer will be able to assist you. So what's the first thing you should do when somebody dies? Well, firstly, don't panic. If the deceased died in hospital, speak to the bereavement office, or if they died elsewhere, speak to the doctor's surgery. They will point you in the right direction. The next thing you must do is identify whether the deceased left a will and who the executor of that will is. Then, the death will need to be registered. Once you have arranged the funeral, you should then speak to a solicitor. Many executors go wrong in contacting everybody they think they should, but this doesn't ultimately always help. The most important thing is to preserve the deceased estate. If the deceased owned a property, this means to lock it up and make sure that it is safe and secure. And what if there is no will? Then this is called an intestacy. A grant may still be needed, but this is called a grant of letters of administration. And the law decides who deals with the estate and also who benefits from the deceased estate. In conclusion, probate can be a very daunting process. A lot of people think that the internet holds all the answers. Sadly, it does not. This is where your lawyer can assist you and hold your hand throughout the process so that you can deal with your friend or relative's estate in the best way, but also in the way that they would have hoped.